Who should Izzy fight next? Why are we even debating this? People actually think Pereira should be next in line again. Have you heard a damn word Izzy said in the press conferences? He doesn't want any more rematches. He's done. He finally overcame the beast. Why would you want to climb that mountain again? He won. It's over. The only logical next opponent for Adesanya is Anderson Silva's son.
The power is within us. We can make this better. Forget divide and conquer. Weather the storm together.
So I needed a couple days to just calm the nerves after that last fight. Just, what a triumph, huh? You finally did it. 3 fights down, and then finally. Imagine how good, we will never know how good something like that feels. Like imagine getting a deal at the grocery store. $2 off. Yes, finally. I will never know that level of happiness. There's nothing on the radar in my life that could ever achieve that. The only way to shoot Adesanya down from cloud 9 is to say, you kind of were winning all of the fights. It's not that big of a triumph. You definitely won the first one, judge's mistake. Second one, you knocked him out. Ref, stopped it for some reason, let him recover. In UFC, that was not allowed. So you won that fight. And then you did get knocked out, but whatever. No one noticed that. Third fight, you were winning the whole fight. And then, whatever, man. 5th rounds happen. So, you just kept winning. You didn't do anything special. So, some breaking news. Pereira has announced on his YouTube channel just a few hours ago that he's moving up to 205. Now, let's forget that happened because that was obvious. People were actually demanding a third fight between Izzy and Pereira. Although I would love to see it, I don't know that my heart could handle it. It's too stressful watching them. It's too close. I don't like those calf kicks. Izzy keeps getting hurt there. No more. We're done with that. It's not the next thing. Stop with the rematches. Next opponent, please. And if you look at the top frickin' 10, he's beat Whitaker twice. He's beat Vettori twice. He's beat Cannonier once. Paulo Costa. Done. The only guy is that fake African white guy from South Africa, as if there's even any hyenas there. That whole storyline needs to drop dead. I don't know, I would watch it, because I watch every event, but whatever, that's not saying much. It would be an okay, here's my only option. Khamzat Chimaev, obvious. It's so obvious it writes itself. I know he hasn't even had a fight at middleweight, but he's on momentum. He's killing everybody at welterweight, and he's moved up to middleweight. So he's there now. Give him the shot. That's the biggest fight, the biggest name. The only other option, you may not be on board. I would be. Sean Strickland. Does he deserve it? Not through his fists or actions, but through the press conference alone. He destroyed Adesanya in that last one. He was so funny. He's the funniest fighter on the UFC roster. He's too funny for our own good. We don't deserve him. Just the lead up to that fight would be hilarious. I need it in my life. And then the fight would also be hilarious as he gets peppered for 8 minutes straight. Give it to Strickland. Why not? Khamzat or Strickland. Or Anderson Silva's son, if he's game. Or Pereira's son. He's not quite ready. Is he an anime waiting to happen? I doubt it. Does he have the drive? I doubt it. There's 2 things I hate about the top brass at the UFC and the directions they take. One is immediate rematches, or just rematches in general. We're getting Nunes versus frickin' Pena again. What in that last fight warranted even a discussion of who was the better fighter? It's going to be a beatdown, and that's our main event in Canada. That's where I live. That's what I have to look forward to. My voice cracked. I'm finally going through puberty. I'm 41. So, these rematches, I'm not a fan. And killing off the guy who I want to see fight for the title by fighting a guy that will likely kill him back. These top contender battles annoy me for some reason. Even though that's the pinnacle of the sport, it should be how it's done. The 2 top guys fight, but sometimes they put these 2 top contenders, either one I would love to see fight for the belt. and then they're going to kill off one of them. It's so annoying. Just give Khamzat, who's in middleweight that he could fight if he didn't fight Adesanya. Give him Kevin Gastelum. Why not? I'm down. I'm down with that. Give him frickin' Derek Brunson. You wouldn't want to see that wrestling match? Oh, Derek Brunson, the wrestler. Oh, look at me. Oh, no. Oh, stop. Well, what is this? He's choking me. Ow. When it comes to Pereira moving up to 205, that's kind of exciting. There's so many matchups that, like Jamahal Hill, he's not a wrestler. That would be an interesting striking battle. Maybe even more stressful than Adesanya's, but Hill hits different than Adesanya. That might knock Pereira out, and he's never going to be the same after that last knockout. I thought it was too soon for Izzy to fight Pereira again, 5 months after being brutally beaten. But we have to remember, Pereira was also rocked in that fight several times, so that's 5 months for him as well. One shot is all it took to be like, oh, I remember the first round? Is that where we are? The first round of the first fight? No, we're not. I'm dead. So, rest and recover sometimes, you frickin' moron athletes. Eat some broccoli, you piece of shit. How about the flax seeds? Where are those? Everybody's like, I'm back. Chris Curtis is back to training after getting almost knocked out with a headbutt by Gastelum, and he's back in the gym, like, sparring. How dumb are you? Even your teammates are like, go home and rest, you dumb moron. You're all gonna die so soon. But Pereira versus Hill immediately? Okay, but I think he should have to work his way up now. There's no immediate need for a title shot, so go down the list. Who's not wrestling? Ryan Spann? Dominick Reyes. Oh, let him knock out Dominick Reyes. That would be so fun. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Just continue that downward spiral into Trailer Park. I don't mind it. Pereira versus Johnny Walker. Can you imagine that one? I don't want to. That would be a fun fight. Everyone else, not so fun. Anthony Smith. I wouldn't mind it. You could put him up against anyone, and I would enjoy it. If you're curious how my picks went on that last event, they did not go well for most of the event. Every single person I got wrong until the top two, which mattered most. I knew Adesanya not go around. Burns, he did not knock him out, but oh boy, 4 out of 12. It is so annoying picking fights when, like, there's 12 fights and 8 of them I haven't heard of either guy, and I'm literally picking by who looks meaner in the picture, and somebody, like, by their record. If they lost 3 in a row, okay, I'm not picking you. Are you undefeated but not even in the UFC yet? Okay. You were champion somewhere in Little Leagues. That sounds dangerous. Little League Fighters grade 5. Don't start that event. Someone's already starting it just because I said it. Oh, you put it once out in the universe, somebody's already onto it. You ever have that? You're in school and teacher's like, anyone know the answer to this? And then you're like, I got it. And then someone else raises their hand. You gave that thought to that stupid kid. You had it, and then it spread, and then the kid picked it up and then raised his hand. He got all the credit for your phantom thoughts. It's bullshit. Life is bullshit. Anything to look forward to. Max Holloway, I'll do a separate video on that maybe. He's coming back. He's in nowhere's land. 145 still. I don't know why you're doing that. Go down to 135. Doesn't sound healthy at all, but 155, you're not there. You're not on that level. Makachev lives there. Just 35. I'm gonna leave. How you doing? You subscribing? That's good. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.